Really? Oh my god, guys. I'm sorry for that awkward introduction. Because I'm trying to. You gotta be kidding me.
What's my tax prep gonna cost?
Can't really say that till the end.
Wait, no. H&R Block has upfront transparent pricing, so you know the price before you begin.
So it can work like that.
Hey, what's up, you guys? DHR2. My apologies for that awkward introduction because I was trying to fix this live stream reaction when it came to the DU Screaming Quarter. So, there's a good question among us: is there racism in the WWE? I think the answer is quite obviously yes. It is racism in the WWE because this company is known for treating blacks like thugs, jokes, um, just borderline dumb. So we're gonna go ahead and take a look at this video because I'm just curious as you guys are. So we're gonna go ahead and get started on this.
The WWE's storyline featuring Kofi Kingston's quest for the main event and Biggie's recent comments have some fans wondering whether there is racism in the WWE. Join us now as WrestleMania tries to answer one of the most controversial questions in wrestling today. In case you haven't been watching the WWE, and you certainly wouldn't be alone as WWE's ratings are all over the place, New Day member Kofi Kingston has had a well-received singles push on SmackDown Live, with Kingston putting in an amazing performance at February's Elimination Chamber event where he came close to dethroning WWE Champion Daniel Bryan. Kofi was subsequently set to face Bryan at Fastlane, that is until Mr. McMahon yanked him out and replaced him with Kevin Owens, implying Kingston isn't a true main eventer. McMahon then told Kingston he could face Bryan at WrestleMania 35 if he won a gauntlet match last week on SmackDown Live, a match Kofi had won, until McMahon added Bryan to the match, and the new Daniel Bryan dispatched the beat-up Kingston within minutes. Thus, many wrestling fans are wondering whether this program is a case of the WWE holding back a performer based on ethnicity, or if it's just a storyline being used to set up an eventual match at Mania with a big payoff. Further confusing the issue are comments by Kingston's New Day teammate Biggie, who commented on social media,
"We've had some time to contemplate what happened Tuesday night, and obviously Kofi's performance and the aftermath and our reaction to all of that, and a little bit of time."
Sorry about that, guys.
Time to reflect too on, I guess, kind of our careers and why we do this. You think of this business to some degree being a meritocracy, that if you work hard, you show up early, you stay late, you do all the right things, you jump through all the right hoops, you're respectful, you don't break the law, that you get good at your craft, that you really hone that you find a place with fans, you separate yourself, you find a niche, you separate yourself from a character perspective, from an in-ring perspective. You do everything, you check all the boxes, you show up in shape, you do everything that's asked of you in this business, that if you do all those things, you have a good chance of making it to the top. But now we understand the game. We see what the game is, that people like us will only get so far, that you can climb the mountain. They'll let you climb the mountain, but as far as getting to the peak and staying at the peak, it's not a thing. That people like us, historically and moving forward clearly, can only get so far.
WWE Super
Here's my problem with this. Y'all groups are the biggest reason why we all hate this company, because you're first of all you are acting like gay, you know, in the company, dancing and twerking and stuff, especially for a big guy like Big E Langston. Like, bruh, don't nobody want to see you twerk, bruh. You wearing them just tights. That does not look good on you, dude. And I get where he was coming from about your understanding the game, and in order to get to the top, you need to work hard at everything you do. But it just seems like none of that even matters, because 95% of the white wrestlers that worked hard, that are on top, and they're already up there. But when it comes to black wrestlers, they're down here. So it really goes to show you that they're barely even on top because you don't give them a chance. And I can see where Big E was coming from his point of view. And I know this is like scripted or some sort, but in my honest opinion, I really think that he should just go back to his original gimmick before the New Day. Because that way you would have developed your own talent, and you'll probably be on your way to becoming the next World Heavyweight Champion. If you could, if they could somehow do something like that, and Kofi Kingston, I think he should have a shot at becoming world champion too. I heard rumors in Big. Uh, I mean, it depends on whether he might turn heel at WrestleMania. I'm not sure if it's gonna happen, but hopefully it's true, because all of us have been asking for this group to break up for so long, and it's getting to a point where, yeah, I'm about done watching wrestling. I've been stopped watching wrestling Raw and SmackDown. I'll cut back on it because it's just terrible right now. But I just hope that Big E or the WWE can stop being so racist toward, well, against us, because, and I hate to say this, but I really think this company ain't showing no niggas no love whatsoever, because there is the biggest reason why we haven't been on top. It's because of the stupid writing. If you could somehow get better at that, you're gonna go somewhere with it. Because I don't think, the New Day is gonna survive this company even longer, because I hope the guy that Big E turns heel at WrestleMania, because when Kofi Kingston ends up winning or not, something is gonna happen, and I hope the New Day breaks up. Much like how the Shield broke up when Roman Reigns went solo in 2014, he had a massive pop everywhere he goes. But 4 years later, he was ruined, thanks to Vince McMahon himself, because he wanted him to be the next John Cena, and we all know how bad that turned out. So you could say I'm not. You could say I told you so. So
Stars have been accused of making racist remarks, and in some cases, they've even been caught making racist remarks. But does this reflect the WWE's corporate policy? When the incident involving Hulk Hogan came to light, the WWE fired him immediately. This apparent zero-tolerance policy suggests a strong stance against racism. But what of things behind the scenes at Titan Tower? Claims have been made that the WWE's management is racist. Consider the remarks of former WWE superstar
oh yeah, I
Kevin King,
remember.
who commented on Hulk Hogan's reinstatement. Plus, they're racist anyway. They don't care if anyone is racist because they have the same thoughts.
Mm.
Kim would issue a clarification stating, I think due to the fact that sometimes terms like racism are thrown around easily, especially in today's climate, racism is a serious thing, and I realized that same day that I was putting a blanket over everyone who works in the company. This is not true. The culture or environment of a company starts from the top. The leadership of a company sends a message to its employees of what is tolerated and what is not. As an ethnic female in wrestling, there will be people reading my words, and I want to set an example. I did experience racism. I think it's important to educate, listen, and talk about these issues. I want to be very clear on where I stand. I want racial and gender equality. I hope that we can make strides to talk about and create change for the good of our industry and others. As we'll show later, Kim's concerns about WWE management seem to have merit. Wrestling itself has a history of insensitivity.
Once again, Gail Kim is. Hold on, guys. All right. Once again, Gail Kim is making a very good point. This company is very racist. You know what I'm saying? I think there's so many things wrong within the WWE, all wrestling companies in general. And I remember back in like I think the 2010 Royal Rumble. Yeah, I think it was 2010 or I think 12. Oh, I I think it was I think the 2013 Royal Rumble when Gail Kim competed and she went straight to the locker room and just left. And she asked for release since then. And this is how you know that they mistreat so many great talents in the company and they don't know how to use them or work with them, have any lack of respect for them whatsoever. And it's really sickening to say the least. And I think it is very important for us to teach our kids, even though I don't have kids of my own, but if I did, I'd probably teach them racism and educate them on how the world is and how can we survive it and overcome many obstacles and stuff in life and what can we do to survive it. And when it comes to the WWE, however, I don't think they know how to educate people, period, because I was watching um PW host those live stream on Raw's MLK Day, and he brought out some good points of how every every February, every Black History Month, they're gonna pacify us, like use us as a non-educational situation while editing the word Negro out, because they're gonna get offended by the PC. Well, you know how PG the company is the PC crowd, and they don't want them to hear the word nigger or nigga in the Black History Month because that's part of it. What we all go through and still going through it today. So for them to try to, edit the word Negro out, it goes to show you that they really are being PG. And it's no secret to me that Vince McMahon doesn't care about us at all. But when it comes to white wrestlers, guys with muscles with no strength and no talents whatsoever, all because of steroids, we all have eyes and ears. We ain't stupid. So don't even try to insult our talents. We all know what's going on behind closed doors. So if you truly care about this company, you would have changed how you operate your company. It's just simple. I would love to see Vince Brandon, at some point, you gotta stop saying the word McCancer because I think, for me, when I said cancer, I said that because of how they are in the industry, how they're killing the business. I mean, in a bad way, like you're ruining everything. So it's time for you to go. But I get what you're saying that Vince McMahon race himself needs to get beat up badly on TV. yes, but in person, in real life, he would have been beat up verbally. So
promoting tactics and relied on exploiting stereotypes. Professional wrestling, like other forms of American entertainment, was not afraid to rely on stereotypes, whether it was African American wrestlers being depicted as having naturally hard heads, they're playing hustlers and pimps such as Crime Time and The Godfather.
yeah, that's I can't wait when AEW shows up and they beat the crap out of the WWE and Vince McMahon. Well, yeah, I can't wait too, man. But I haven't heard anything from AEW, so I have yet to make videos about them in a few minutes. Well, in a while, so hopefully, we want to get some new info out. He's racist and vote. No wonder, no wonder Vince McMahon is a racist. I mean, look, I'm not surprised that every time I hear about Trump and Vince McMahon on picture at the White House, this is how you know this company is growing. It's been growing since Linda McMahon caused herself trying to run for campaign in 2012 when she took away all the Attitude Era videos off of YouTube and tried to insult our intelligence once again. And they're pretty much doing the exact same thing today.
Sneaky Asian wrestlers who spoke broken English, or Latino wrestlers with exaggerated accents who portray thugs and or have fiery tempers. Stereotypes have not been limited to persons of color, as seen
That's
in
it's all
characters
good,
including
man.
Dom
Sometimes you
Phillips,
just gotta
Russians,
change it up a
or
bit.
femme fatales.
That's what I'm
Fans
still
came up
learning
back
right
to
now.
undeniably racially insensitive and racist angles, such as the one-man gang embracing his
How
non-existent
about Vince
African
McJoke?
heritage by
Vince
becoming
McJoke.
Akeem the African Dream, Rowdy Roddy Piper painting himself half black before wrestling
Oh wow, really?
for the WrestleMania 6 bout, and endless ethnic stereotypes such as the aforementioned Crime Time, the Mexicals, and Los Matadors.
They
Consider
gotta stop
Triple H,
that,
who
man.
now works behind the scenes in WWE. Cut the following promo on Booker T when the 5-time WCW champion.
Oh, I remember. You know what? I heard about this promo with Triple H did. You know, saying about how nappy Booker T's head is. Like, bruh, that's just racist. I remember their build up to WrestleMania 19. It was really dumb. Mm-mm.
Challenged him for the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania 19.
Yep,
I
19.
think
I was
you're a
right.
little bit confused about your role in life here. You're going to get to go to WrestleMania.
Yeah, he should.
But the fact is, Booker, somebody like you doesn't get to be a world champion. People like you don't deserve it. That's reserved for people like me. That's where the confusion is. You're not here to be a competitor. You're here to be an entertainer. That's what you do. You entertain people. Hell, you entertain me all the time. Go ahead, do a little dance for me. Go ahead, give me one of those spinneroonies. Entertain me. That's your job. Don't be embarrassed. You're here to make people like me laugh.
I wouldn't put it like that though, but
Suckers. Hell, I was laughing all week long after you won that battle royal. The interview was troubling, but all the more troubling when Helmsley pinned Booker T cleanly at Mania, with Booker T getting no payback for Helmsley's remarks. However, some wrestlers who have portrayed roles seen by others as demeaning have defended their roles. For example, Crime Time's JTG wrote in 2018, "No, I don't feel Crime Time's image and persona was racist, absolutely not. Shad and I were a tag team down in Ohio Valley Wrestling in Louisville, Kentucky. It was actually us who came up with the characters and our look, as it was an extension of our personalities with the volume turned all the way
nah,
up.
nigga, they ain't no
We were
personality.
authentic,
That's
and
called
that's the
being
reason why we
racist.
were so
Like just
popular
cause
with the
y'all
crowd.
black, like they're
Shad
gonna
and
have
I
y'all
are
act
both
like
from Brooklyn, New York.
act like ghetto
We were
niggas from the
born and
Bronx, New
raised
York
there.
City.
We both grew up in
And
Louisville
you are
in
then
single-parent
dressed like
households.
50
We
Cent
had
from the
similar experiences being raised
from
in
his
the
first
hood.
album.
Even though I didn't meet Shad until I was 18 years old, we made a great team as soon as we paired because of the chemistry we had outside of the ring. Shad and I shot a few comedic training videos down in OVW, exactly like the ones they showed prior to our debut for Raw. I was told that the first time WWE Chairman Vince McMahon saw Shad and me together, we made him laugh. He asked if I was already under contract and I wasn't. Vince then wanted to hire me on the spot. The man never even saw me wrestle. But the fact is that racism in wrestling is more than just hearsay. As detailed in our two-part Behind the Titantron episode, the WCW Racism Lawsuit, The WWE's now defunct rival World Championship Wrestling was sued by a number of individuals who claimed unequal treatment by WCW,
Oh wow.
including a pay disparity between white
Oh
and non-white
man.
wrestlers, fewer merchandising opportunities for minority wrestlers, and constant negative portrayal of minority wrestlers in storylines. They were
Ignore that, guys.
also allegations of a racial discrimination backstage and a hostile workplace environment for minority
Yeah,
employees.
yeah, it is.
The lawsuit was
'Cause-
eventually settled out of court. The case
Because once SmackDown goes to Fox this October, I think things are gonna change. Hopefully, they stay true to their words and go back to TV 14 where it belongs and not that PG garbage. Raw can keep that. Raw can stay going down the drain. If SmackDown goes up, in terms of ratings and being edgier in TV 14, yeah, I think SmackDown has a chance of being good again because if y'all remember 2016 and early 2017 was of how good SmackDown was when it came to the brand split. And I feel like now, it's gotten terrible. So
case didn't involve the WWE, but it raises the questions, are there similar situations in WWE today? If so, the WWE faces potentially devastating lawsuit both in terms of damages and the company's public image. As often happens with issues involving racial discrimination, there is no smoking gun piece of evidence to prove those in power at
Vince,
WWE are racist, or that
it's all
racism
Vince.
affects their promotion
It's
and
all
other treatment
Vince.
of wrestlers from minority groups. Let's review the WWE's history and allegations of racial discrimination backstage and/or a hostile work environment. Number 1. A lack of African American world champions. Some analysts point to the
hold up. I'm about to preach to y'all about this right here. Y'all know that the WWE has shown tremendous amount of no respect towards the African Americans and given none of us a chance to become champions or world heavyweight champions. We've been intercontinental champions and tag team champions, but not world heavyweight champions. But some reason and somehow they have the nerve to try to say that The Rock is champion because he's Samoan. Look, The Rock doesn't count. We need like complexion African American champions like me to have the gold belt. Because we never had that yet. Mark Henry was the World Heavyweight Champion. Okay, good for him. I'm talking the WWE Champion. We never had that on Raw. That's my biggest issue I have within the company. Like, I'm not stupid, y'all. It's very sad how racist this company is. Yeah, it is very racist. This man joke. Look like an ugly, creepy alien creature. Yeah. Yeah, he does, man. Alright, back to the video.
WWE Championship and its World Heavyweight Championship, noting the lack of champions from the minority backgrounds, particularly black wrestlers. Mark Henry, The Rock, and Booker T are the only black wrestlers to have held either belt. That hasn't gone unnoticed. For example, Forbes writer Alfred Konua recently penned a column, The 5 Most Embarrassing Facts About WWE and Its Handling of Black Superstars.
Oh! Hold up. I forgot one more thing. That stupid crappy MLK Day they did on Raw. Apollo Crews and Bobby Lashley did this little bodybuilding muscle pose show. And A-Track from PW Hustle actually brought up some good points about slave auction. When you see black people on stage and white people all around us, when there's no black people around, that's a slave auction. They'll have you do some dumb stuff and people will laugh at you, they'll cheer you on and all that. But what Apollo Crews just did, the Cabbage Patch, that's white people dance, first of all. And then Seth Rollins coming out and talked about the Martin Luther King. This is how you know this company is very, very shallow at what they do. So, it goes without saying, they don't care about us. They don't show us no respect whatsoever. And it's starting to show just that. Can't wait when SmackDown moves to Fox. I heard it might go back. Yeah, I know. They should. Like I said, TV14, it's needed. It's needed bad. I can't even watch the current SmackDown because it sucks. I feel bad for Kofi Kingston for the championship for 11 years. Oh, yeah. You know, Kofi Kingston had an interesting run back in 2009 when he had a rivalry with Randy Orton. Which, it was probably one of his best years, in my opinion. But, yeah, but him being the Intercontinental Champion, which was a plus. But for the World Heavyweight Champion, or the WWE Champion, I don't think it's going to happen because, in my opinion, if they somehow break the group up before WrestleMania and have Kofi Kingston, no, have it like this. Have Big E Langston turn heel and have him turn on the New Day at WrestleMania and have them go on a separate ways and build themselves up from the ground up. And once they do that, they're going to become better single competitors. That can work so much better than what they're doing now.
How an African American wrestler hasn't main evented WrestleMania since Lawrence Taylor at WrestleMania 11. Although Conway is splitting hairs with The Rock, who is both African American and Samoan. Also that no black wrestler has ever won a Money in the Bank ladder match, and other alarming facts. Number 2. The Michael Hayes Mark Henry incident. Evidence of a hostile work environment can lead to legal repercussions. Consider the case of Michael Hayes, who reportedly used the N-word to Mark Henry. In 2008, Pro Wrestling Net reported Hayes and MVP had been using the word while joking around together earlier in the night. It was a party setting and Hayes had been drinking when he approached Henry. A pair of sources confirmed that Hayes told Henry,
"Come on, man, y'all gotta
"I'm
leave
more
the
of an
alcohol
N-word
alone."
than you are." One of the sources claims that it was a play on something MVP jokingly said about Hayes earlier in the night because of the white suit that he wore to the WWE Hall of Fame ceremony.
Dumb.
Hayes then headbutted Henry in what one source described as a playful manner. Henry and Hayes exchanged words, and the former reported the issue to WWE officials. Hayes was suspended for 6
He should know better than that to have alcohol in the system. Then you call him a nigga and all that. Then you want to joke about the N-word, and then you want to headbutt Mark Henry because he wore all white suit in the Hall of Fame ceremony. Bruh, that screams all red flag right there. Like, come on, you should know better. Then you want to suspend him for 60 days? Nah, nope. You don't reward bad behavior. It does not work like that. No.
days without pay after Henry filed a complaint. Hayes still currently works behind the scenes for WWE. In 2008, Booker T discussed the incident during a conference call for TNA Wrestling. I don't look at Michael as racist myself. I've heard him use the N-word before. He's one of the people who can use the word around me because I know there's no malice behind it. If Hayes has changed his ways, the WWE can point out that they gave him a second chance, but if things turn out differently...
Like I said, you don't reward bad behavior. It does not work like that. Just because you're white, that don't give you the right to use... You know what I'm saying? That don't give you the right to use the N-word around us or your own race. You don't say the word period. Like, a lot of these so-called white rappers want to be Momo rappers. I've noticed how they be using the N-word sometimes. And yet they somehow find it okay to use it. But that's crazy, man. I've always said the word nigga because of how ignorant you are. And I think I'm gonna stop saying it too, because after seeing this video, it really goes to show you that, yeah, I've gotten a clear message. Like, you gotta stop using the N-word. I don't care if you're black or white, Asian, or whichever race you are, don't say the word period. If you have a problem with me, I understand. But don't bring up the N-word on me because, yeah, you're gonna get some serious trouble with it. I'm just saying.
WWE could face legal sanctions should one or more wrestlers prove discrimination and or a hostile work environment. And number 3, the WWE chairman himself. Is he out of touch or racist?
He's both. This guy is a racist, a sexist, a joke, and last but not least, he's an idiot. He can't even run his own company right. Everything worked in the past. The new generation era. Even though they were getting the crap beat out of them, thanks to WCW. Attitude era in '97. They were still getting the crap beaten out of them. '98. They were winning in ratings because of Steve Austin, Undertaker, Stone Cold, and Vince McMahon himself. They were all winning because of how they changed how they are. In 2001, they beat out WCW. In the Ruthless Aggression era, they were beginning to be good and mixed bag. But in 2008, that's when things started to suck a little bit. And as of right now, Vince McMahon doesn't care. He's a racist, he's a joke, he sucks at his job, he doesn't care about black people because he only cares about people who are strong, muscular, no talent whatsoever, rather than guys who actually have talent, and you basically are misusing them. And you want to know what's the issue about this? Vince McMahon is the joke. He is the ultimate parody of how the chairman of a wrestling company should not represent their community. And plus, all of this backstage politics being put in wrestling, yeah, that's when I tuned out on everything. So, I'm over it. I'm over it, bro. Remember back in the Attitude era, Vince McMahon wished death on himself. Said, yeah, when he died, he goes straight to hell. That old crazy douchebag is out of his mind. Yeah, I don't remember which episode that was from. Oh crap, I gotta. Well, yeah. Oh,
Wrestling fans often point to 73-year-old McMahon as being out of touch when it comes to the wrestling product. Is he also out of touch with societal norms when it comes to ethnicity and gender? In a 2015...
Alright guys, I had enough of this.
Jim Ross...
Vince McMahon is a racist, he's a joke. I don't like him. And y'all enjoy this video, comment down below. I'm out of here.